Hi, it's Kim from the Magnet marketing team to take a look at how we can load in iOS full file system extractions into Magnet AXIOM. Thanks to full file system extractions, we're able to see a great deal of data that we may not have had access to previously by only looking at iTunes style backups from iOS devices. The actual files may vary depending on the tool used for acquisition. The first one we'll discuss is a Graykey extraction. Data acquired using a Graykey may be outputted into a variety of containers, such as zip files or plists. For investigators, the ideal Graykey image you want when examining an iOS device is going to be the file's full zip, and that's going to contain the entire iOS full file system. Depending on the type of extraction that was achieved before first unlock or an after first unlock, a mem.zip file may have also been generated from the device's memory. That's a process memory dump of the iOS. And prior to these types of extractions, we haven't had access to those memory dumps before. So this is also a good way for us to see some additional data that may be helpful for us in our investigation. A keychain.plist will most likely be generated by a Graykey, and most examiners are familiar with the iOS keychain as it contains lots of user account data and credentials and keys. So when we're loading our data into Axiom from a Graykey extraction, we will go into mobile within Axiom. It's already open, and we can click on load evidence. So one thing I'll show you is this connect to Graykey. If you have that option within your laboratory, then you may be able to connect directly to it and get your extraction from there. But we're going to click on load evidence. One option that you can do is to load in the iOS keychain before you actually process the image itself. And the way you would do that is to click on Files and Folders, and then you're going to do a file browse to actually browse out to that particular iOS keychain, that keychain.plist file. Like I said, you can process that with an Axiom, take a look at it, see what credentials you have, and if there's anything you may want to act on then. But we could actually go ahead and image or select the image and load in. We could just go ahead and load in the image from our Graykey extraction. And in taking a look at the files that I have for this Graykey extraction, I have that files full.zip file, and I also have that mem.zip file. So I'm going to go ahead and select the files full.zip file. Then I will go back and add in another piece of evidence and select the memory by choosing to load in an image as well. After I selected that full file.zip file, now I've got the option to browse to a keychain, or because it was within that same folder, there was already a keychain.plist, then it's populated that for me. I could click on the hyperlink to browse though and select that, or if it wasn't populated already, then you could browse and find it and load it here. But it's already populated for me since it was in that same folder, so I'm going to click Next. Now I'm also going to go back to Mobile, iOS, Load Evidence, Image, and I'm going to select that mem.zip file, click Open for that, and then I'll click Next. Once I have those three files loaded, you'll see that I've got the files full zip, I've got the mem.zip, and then I've also got the reference there to the keychain.plist, and then you can go to your processing details as normal. So if we had a full file system extraction that was generated using Cellebrite Premium, then we may have some other files available to us, such as a UFDX file that we could ingest. We may have a UFD file that we could ingest. And also, if you were to look within the file system extraction.zip, you may see that there are some additional subfolders where you're able to drill down and actually find your keychain.plist. You can take a look at the accompanying blog and see links for more information about the Dynamic App Finder and also about our AX301 course for the advanced iOS examinations.